people do treat it like they treat a Google search, but easier.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like a Google search, there's something like, it's not perfect, but there's something like algorithmic about it where it's like, it's just like indexing based on keywords. Like this is even more like manipulatable, which is like very scary, and you don't really understand what's going on behind the hood.
Matt, I'd be curious. I think other people have noticed this as well. ChatGPT kind of is a little bit like a sycophant. It tells you what it thinks you want to hear. Grok doesn't do that nearly as much. You kind of have different, I guess, tones, right? So if you were to go to a therapist or something, and like, I think a lot of modern therapy is kind of just being like, no, you're not crazy. Like that was totally fine the way to approach that situation. Like everybody else is wrong. That's kind of chat right now, and Grok might call out like some behavior. Have you noticed those things across them? Like, do you think that intensifies? Do you think that we see a world where like, some of these agents are like jailbroken and have more access to more data and able to synthesize? Or do we see a siloization and different approach across these different projects as we continue?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the kind of the sycophancy of ChatGPT, that is actually across the board in AI, and Grok also does that to some degree. That's actually kind of an architectural thing, the way that AI works. It is, it's using probability to get an answer. And so a lot of people are leading it to that answer with
Is it trying to please though? Is it like sort of an engagement hook, or is it just, I don't know. Am I projecting psychological like issues onto the computer?
AI has a lot of a very hard time with confidence. It has a hard time knowing when it's very confident versus just 51% confident in something. And
that's fascinating.
That's a technological problem with it. And there are different companies trying to find ways to have AI push back. And
I'd love to see like a health meter, like it's a video game. Like, I'm like 25% confident when I'm delivering this answer to you.
I mean, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's like 15% confident or 95% confident.
But it's tired and it just throws a 10%er at you.
I mean, dude, I feel like AI gets lazy sometimes. You're like, yo, that's not what I asked.
I'm going to need you to do this again.
I think there's another interesting piece in that though, because we're talking about it's just a probability machine at the end of the day, kind of, right? Like, and it's trained on
guessing tokens,
and it's trained on a data set, right? So it's only capable of projecting based on the data in its data set, right? So I think an interesting, sort of not a razor, but like the phrase is escaping me right now, but like basically like a
axiom.
Yeah, whatever the word is I'm looking for, the chat will help me out. But basically the idea here is like, if you had asked all of the top astrophysicists or, rocket scientists in the world in 2012 even, do you think that we will be able to land spaceships back on the surface of the Earth and be able to relaunch them within a couple hours or, a day or something like that? I think 99% of them, probably 0.9% of them would have said, that's an insane idea. That's never going to happen. And within 10 years, here we are, we've got Elon landing drone ship, the rockets on drone ships out in the middle of the ocean on a moving platform, right? And they're now starting to scale it and, actually like blow this up. And it's going to become the standard way now that we move cargo from the Earth up to, lower Earth orbit. So inherently, my belief is that, you're not ever going to be able to get an AI to generate truly novel outcomes. It's never going to actually be able to arrive at something that, the uniqueness that you get from the human experience and kind of the human character. But this is I think the way that we would accomplish that is arguably to do open source weightings and, secure, personalized, compartmentalized data where you can have an AI that you speak to and train with your own proprietary data sets. Yeah, like a pet.
Your Tamagotchi.
Yeah, be careful. The computers are going to have that quote from you there. But yeah, I think
they're going to make me into a pet.
I've always said please and thank you.
There you go. Always. Yeah, always be nice to your
AI. That wastes GPU cycles.
Does it really?
Yeah.
No. Being
extra
polite
tokens.
is never a waste.
So yeah, anyway, I just think it's incredibly important, the work that you guys are doing, trying to explore, like, how do we make these systems secure and usable? Because the good guys, not to like draw the line and say,